you like to play a game, Tara?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best movies that helped revive franchises since 2020.
If you'll have us, we will come.
Number 10, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
This is not an adventure, Sala. Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps not.
It's no secret that the fourth movie in the beloved franchise jumped the shark pretty hard. Or should we say, nuked the fridge. But for many, its sequel, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, was a return to form for the intrepid archaeologist. Harrison Ford stepped into his role with charm once more, and watching an older version of the character gave the movie some unexpected pathos too.
I'd stop my son from enlisting.
Did he sign up to please you?
No, he signed up to piss me off.
Granted, the final result didn't generate the expected profit, and wasn't universally beloved, so chances of a sixth movie may be low.
I'll be alright.
No, you won't.
I need to do this.
However, if you ask us, this one serves as a pretty fond farewell to Dr. Jones and his iconic hat. Number 9, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh my gosh! That is the best thing I've ever seen.
A lot of people wanted to like the 2016 all-female Ghostbusters reboot. And don't get us wrong, it had its moments, but all in all, it's come to be seen as a lackluster entry in the franchise. Indeed, the beloved 80s supernatural comedy franchise was all but dead until 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Hey, Flat Top! Have you missed us?
It milked some major nostalgia and earned fan points by reassembling its original crew for its climactic battle scene. Through archival footage, even deceased actor Harold Ramis makes an appearance in ghost form to lend a hand.
I'm sorry. I didn't believe you.
I should have called. I miss you, my friend.
It's a well-made movie and a worthy part of the canon. It's no wonder it led to a sequel, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Number 8, Avatar: The Way of Water. Enough time had passed since James Cameron's original 2009 blockbuster that it seemed its long-announced sequels might never happen.
I see you.
See you.
Most people who saw the movie as children in its first release were fully grown by the time the franchise came back to theatres. Sure, the world of the film took on a life of its own in Disney World's Animal Kingdom themed park, but 2022's Avatar: The Way of Water proved the property still had legs on screen.
Demon blood. Alien, that's all they see.
I see you.
It went on to become the highest grossing film of the year and snagged one Oscar, having been nominated for an impressive 4.
I can't save my family by running. This is our home. This is our fortress. This is where we make our stand.
Number 7, Wonka. Roald Dahl's eccentric chocolatier last appeared on screen in 2005, with Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
So we were more than ready to enter his universe again. However, this 2023 prequel was initially controversial because it was announced mere months after the original Willy Wonka actor Gene Wilder passed away.
There's no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there you'll be.
Under Paddington director Paul King, though, the lively and charming musical seemed to make believers out of skeptics. This was surely helped by the fact that the overall aesthetic borrows heavily from the original 1971 film, making it feel familiar while it does something new. Plus, Timothée Chalamet turned out to be a very convincing Wonka, and the song and dance numbers are a treat.
Not bad.
There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination.
Number 6. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. When Nintendo's adventuring plumber Mario, Luigi and the gang came to the movie theaters in 1993, it was a disaster.
Need a lift? What? Come on, get on my feet. All right.
So it was hard to imagine another movie based on the video game franchise would ever see the light of day again. 30 years later though, the shame had seemingly worn off. Resurrecting many of the franchise's most beloved characters, the 2023 comedy was a runaway success.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh, yeah. Oh.
While critics gave it middling reviews, audiences flocked to see it. The enormous box office intake led to it being named the highest grossing video game adaptation of all time, and it secured the biggest opening weekend for an animated movie ever recorded.
These are my boys! Hey! Wahoo!
Given that kind of success, there's sure to be sequels, spin-offs, and a Nintendo cinematic universe to follow. Number 5, The Invisible Man.
What happened? What happened? What?
I saw some things. It was right there. It was right there. There were footprints. I saw it.
You saw footprints?
Yes, I saw on the sheets. I saw it right there. I saw them.
There are few directors working in horror who aren't influenced by the original Universal monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, and The Mummy all have had their comebacks over the years. The original Invisible Man is the story of a rogue scientist who turned himself invisible with a chemical substance and soon became murderously violent.
Into the secrets of kings, into the Holy of Holies, power to make multitudes run squealing in terror at the touch of my little invisible finger.
The 1897 novel became a 1933 film, which in turn got the remake treatment in 2020. The latter version reimagines Griffin as a monster for the modern age, while Elizabeth Moss stars as the woman who must outsmart and outrun him.
I won't ever hurt you. I'll find someone you love and hurt them instead.
Though it was released just as the COVID pandemic was beginning, the movie received its well-deserved flowers from audiences and critics alike. A sequel has been announced. Number 4, Scream. This meta-horror hit joins several franchises in the confusing but apparently lucrative gimmick of releasing a sequel that reuses the original movie's title. No number, no subtitle, just the same name. But it's okay because it's a great slasher film.
The correct answer is Billy Loomis and Stu Macher. There are 2 killers in the original Stab. I'm afraid someone's gotta die now.
2022's Scream leans on the nostalgia hardcore, even doubling down on our fond memories of the first movie by using the same house in the climax.
There's 2 of you. Again. I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie, Sydney.
You really need some new material.
Fusing its original cast with plenty of fresh young faces, Scream 2022 is the first one without original director Wes Craven at the helm. While no one can beat his skill with suspense, there's plenty here for old and new fans to love.
I'll survive. I always do. You were right about not running. Sorry about that.
Number 3, Cruella. How does a fashion designer become an evil mastermind? This live-action Disney origin story starring Emma Stone seeks to answer this and many other questions about the aptly named Cruella de Vil.
There are 6 of you, so obviously you're weak. The first 2 of you to arrive are going to get very badly hurt.
Documenting her rivalry with Baroness von Hellman, a snooty and vindictive designer, the movie follows Estella on her way to becoming the fierce and fabulous Cruella.
I know you killed my mother.
You're going to have to be more specific.
What?
Who exactly?
It doesn't just engage our nostalgia for the animated versions and the live-action ones from the aughts, starring a delightfully unhinged Glenn Close. It also gets at our retro nostalgia, with a soundtrack chock full of 60s and 70s needle drops.
One day, maybe next, I'm gonna meet ya. I'll meet ya.
It does all this while paving its own way in the most stylish outfits, giving the title character a new backstory for the ages. Number 2, Dune. Frank Herbert's science fiction novel seemed almost unfit for the big screen. The 1984 movie by David Lynch is a cult favourite, but even its fans couldn't say it's a successful adaptation.
We Fremen have a saying. God created Arrakis to train the faithful. One cannot go against the word of God.
There were also the miniseries in the noughties, yes, and several potential projects were floated over the years. But until this 2021 hit, Dune as a franchise was considered dead. As epic as the novels it comes from, the Timothée Chalamet-led flick makes the smart decision of adapting only one part of the first novel, leaving the rest for the sequel.
It's made from a tooth of Shai-Hulud, the great sandworm. This will be a great honor for you to die holding it.
Add that effective storytelling choice to fantastic effects, acting and directing, and you have a recipe for success. Indeed, Dune was a massive hit, earning an impressive 6 Oscars.
Not for the riches, but for the strength of your people. My road leads into the desert.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Top Gun Maverick. Few movies feel more quintessentially 80s than Top Gun, with everything from its guitar-shredding main theme to its memorable catchphrases embodying the decade.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Naturally, it's become a favourite for a wide range of people, whether they were there in 1986 or discovered it later. Due to its popularity, the action hit inspired several video games, but somehow it took over 30 years for an actual sequel to be released.
Push beyond. Today we'll start with what you only think you know. You show me what you're made of.
Thankfully, nobody seemed to question just how good Top Gun Maverick was. Tom Cruise returns to one of his most famous roles, naval aviator Pete Maverick Mitchell, to stellar effect. Mixing the original's high-flying action scenes with genuine heart and character development, Maverick is a legitimately great film.
Sir!
Thank you for saving my life.
What franchise do you want to see revived next? Let us know in the comments.
I have a rendezvous beyond my beloved horizon.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.